Hari Om, Hari Om. Ah, okay. I think this one is gone. I think finished. Not working. Laptop.
Power is connected. Maybe it just needs to charge. On the thing.
Oh.
Fully dead and
Yeah, ரொம்ப நாளா யூஸ் பண்ணேன்.
the YouTube பார்க்கறேன் எனக்கு இன்னும் லோடே ஆகும். ஓகே பின்ன வைஃபை ப்ராப்ளம்னா இது ப்ராப்ளம் ஆயிடுமே நமக்கு.
You are unable to connect சொல்கிறாங்க.
டெம்பிள் வைஃபை ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க சாஞ்சி.
பாஸ்வேர்டு
டெம்பிள் வைஃபையோட பாஸ்வேர்டு கேபிட்டல் டீயா கேபிட்டல் டி டெம்பிள் temple at 95. அப்போ வர unable to establish ட்ரை பண்ணுறோம். செக் இன்டர்நெட் கனெக்ட். இப்போ தானே இன்டர்நெட் கனெக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் பார்க்கலாம். வைஃபை கனெக்டட் அந்த வைஃபை கனெக்டட் தானே போட்டிருக்கு அந்த மேலே அந்த பார்ஸ்.
ஆமாம்.
இப்போ ஜூம் ட்ரை பண்ணு. ஓகே சரி அப்படி இப்போதைக்கு வைஃபை கனெக்டட்னு காட்டுறது பட் ஸ்லோன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸ்லோ கஜானிஜி இப்போ சொல்லிட்டலா பிரகாஷ்ஜி இப்போ சொல்லு. அவருக்கு ஒரு டெக்ஸ்ட் அனுப்புகிறேன். ஓ சரி இது எப்படி வேண்டாம் அப்டேட் பண்ண. ஜஸ்ட் ட்ரை ஜூம் அகெயின் இந்த ஜூம் ட்ரை. is very weak, Swami. Today I'll tell them to check with live stream.
Internet connection.
Internet connected காட்டுறது அந்த அதில் ஆரோ பாயிண்ட் பண்ணுங்க டெம்பிள் வைஃபை இந்த மூணு பார் டெம்பிள் வைஃபை கனெக்டட்னு காட்டுறது.
ஆமாம்.
பட் ஃபார் சம் ரீசன் இட்ஸ் கோயிங் ஆன் டெல்லிங் வி கான்ட் கெட் இன்டர்நெட் கனெக்ஷன். இதை மூடிட்டு இந்த விண்டோ மூடிட்டு ட்ரை டிரெக்ட்லி இந்த ஜூம் இதெல்லாம் மூடிடும்.
Join meeting.
Join meeting. Swamiji Satsangam. அவ்வளோதானா? உங்களுக்கு ஒரு சுவாமிஜி சத்சங் அப்படின்னு ஒன்று இருக்கணும். இந்த மீட்டிங்கே காணுங்க. Maybe you have to log in from cancel பண்ணிட்டு sign in கீழே. அந்த கீதா ரீடிங் கிளப் வந்து
இமெயில் போட்டு.
உங்கள் இமெயில் இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இட்ஸ் இன் தட் அதர் வேறு ஏதோ இமெயில் சொல்லுவாங்க ஜெய்ஸ்ரீ. உங்கள் இமெயில் போட்டால் அது வராது. இது ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. இந்த கூகுள் இந்த மெயில் இது இதுவும் இட்ஸ் லாக். அதையும் மாற்றிவிட்டேன்.
பாஸ்வேர்டா?
எல்லாம் மாற்றிருக்காங்க. Hey, what is the new that Geeta Reading Club password and all, you know? Leena, you know? Geeta Reading Club. ஊரில் இருக்காளா? சரி Swami, today we'll do live stream. It's working. Live stream is working.
श्री गणेशाय नमः। श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। सन्तोषिणी जगन्माता मम सौभाग्यवृद्धये नमस्करोमि भक्त्या त्वां प्रसन्ना वरदा भव। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्ताय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागं पाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयातितरत चार्तेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तमगम् सत्यं परं धीमहि। धर्मप्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र निर्मत्सराणां सदां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम्। श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा वरेरीश्वर सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र हृदिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणात्। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव। पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदो तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। यत्स्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितितीर्षतां तमोन्दं संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We are in the Chaturtha Skanda, 5th chapter. So the 4th Skanda, the topic is what? So Bhagavata starts with Atikari, then Sadhana, then Sarga, Visarga. So fourth canto talk about Visarga. Sarga means basic material, basic elements. Visarga means modification of that basic elements. So after discovering cloning, scientists decided that we don't need anybody, now God is not required. So scientists approached Bhagavan Brahmaji, you can retire now. I said, I was waiting for that. I'm also tired. But before I retire, let me test you. Yeah, no problem. So he made out of clay a pot. Now make this. Oh, that's very simple. So he started picking up the clay. And Bhagavan said, no, that is my clay. You have to create your own clay. That is not possible. You cannot create your own basic material. So all the matter cannot be created. It was already there. Cannot be destroyed also. It remains in one form or other. So that basic material was created by the Lord. Then out of that material you can do modification and multiplication and all those things you can do. Now, instead of telling those modification how it is, fourth canto deal with dharma, artha, kama, moksha. All of them are in a story form. Dharma is the topic, the first one. Now what is the dharma of every individual? That is given in the form of story of Lord Shiva and Sati. So Bhagavan Shiva was denied his share of worship. So what is the ultimate goal of dharma is worship of Lord. If Bhagavan is not worshipped, then you are obstructing the dharma or you are neglecting your dharma. So that is also called param dharma. Param dharma is what? Ultimate goal is what? Worshipping the Lord is the param dharma. Worshipping is not in the form of Shodasha Upachara Puja alone, but seeing everything, Yat Karoshi Yadasnadi, whatever that you do, you offer to God. That is called worshipping of God. So that is the tatparya of this particular topic. There comes Artha. Dhruva wanted what? Artha. That he wanted to sit on the lap of his father. That was denied. Then he propitiated Lord, and that story will come. And Bhagavan blessed him with the Dhruvaloka. But even after getting Dhruvaloka, Dhruva was not happy. He said, I had Bhagavan himself was ready to give me moksha. I didn't ask for it. I asked only material gain. So artha is limited. However much prosperous you are, still it is limited. Why? Because unless you gain infinity, that is Lord, you will not be contented. That is artha. Then kama. So Prithu Chakravarti stories will be told. And the Bhumi Devi he conquered. That's why it's called Prithvi. Prithu Raja made her as his own daughter. The Prithu story is also very interesting. Then that is, so Kama, All karma will be fulfilled only when you have Bhagavan with you. That is what is proved there. Then again, the moksha, there is a Puranjara, what we call Puranjara Rahasyam is there. So Narada's advice to that Purandara, that king is there. So that advice will also, this is a story form, how moksha can be gained. So these are the 4 topics on the 4th canto. And we have seen the Sati Shiva story so far. Then that Daksha Prajapati stands for Karma Kanda. Bhagavan Shivaji stands for Jnanam. So this is a tug-of-war between Jnanam and Karma Kanda. So Jnana Kanda and Karma Kanda. People who are Karmadas, they don't like Jnanis, means sannyasis. They don't like it. And Daksha Prajapati stood for that, and he says that I am the one given instruction, rules and dharma shastras to live for the humanity so that they following that dharma shastra, they will be prosperous and healthy, etc. So all these are there in our Vedas. Veda Purva Bhaga, all these 3 things are there. So first thing is what? That is that how to live, especially for the physical body. What are the rituals required you follow, then you will be healthy. Then the objects that you want, what are the objects that you can get out of rituals? There are so many rituals are there, and you perform that. Our objects are also you get prosperity, money, etc. There are so many yajnas are there propitiating that, you will get that. Then circumstances. So circumstances means the paristhiti. Paristhiti means, see, unless the atmosphere is calm and peaceful, you will not be able to enjoy life, isn't it? So a situation where, that's why suppose the rains are not there, they will propitiate Varuna Devata, and then they get rain, etc. These are all things there in our Karma Kanda. So these are the things. So sadhyam, sadhanam, then there are 3 doshas also there. Sadhanatrayam, sadhyatrayam, then doshatrayam. So what are the doshas? See, in all our material end, which the Shastra gives, one is whether it is personal or object or circumstances, all of them there are 3 defects. What are they? Dukkha Mishritatva. Number 1. Dukkha Mishritatva means what? All our experiences are mixed with happiness and sorrow. The more intense is the happiness, more intense is the sorrow. That's why if your attachment is too intense, that person gives you more sorrow, isn't it? If attachment is not there, that person says something, it doesn't matter to you. But you are, my own son did that. It will be a problem. Dukkha Mishritatvam. Then the Atriptikaratvam, second one. However much we indulge, still we are not satisfied. More we want, isn't it? It's like eating this, what do you call the potato chips. You take one bunch and then you start eating, and afterwards again you go and take it. It's like that. This all Vishya Sukhas are like that. More you want, more you do, more you want it. That's called atriptikaratvam. Then the third one is bandhana karakatvam. It binds you. Isn't it? The joy is short-lived, but the addiction remains. Keep on going for it again and again. So these are the three defects of the material pleasures. Whether it is religiously materialistic, or materially materialistic, both have the same problem. So, one who appreciates this, the limitation of this, is the one seek. Is there any adushta pramanam? Adushta pramanam, everything. There is any adushta pramanam. That is what Veda offers in the form of Vedanta. Okay, now that is what Shiva stands for. Lord Shiva stands for that jnanam, that is absolute truth. Now, that is called Shiva Tattva. Now, the Shiva got married to Sati. Reluctantly, Daksha gave because his Brahmaji himself told him, and his Ishtadevata was Vishnu. He also told him. So therefore he had no choice. So reluctantly he got married to Satiji. Then they went to Kailasa, and there was no news afterwards. Suddenly Satiji saw one day all these aerial car was zoom, zoom, zoom going one direction. And she asked, caught hold of one, asked, where are you going? Hey, don't you know? Your father is performing a great Mahayajna, and we are all invited. It's a party. We are all invited. Those days there was no party. It was all Yajna or Satyanarayana Puja, like that. Nowadays it is Satyanarayana Puja, right? Like that. So those days it was Mahayajna, and called Vishwajit Yajna. So then she was interested. She remembered her parents and our sisters. She wants to go and meet them. After a long time, I have not met them. So she went and asked Shivaji, Lord Shiva, my father is performing a great yajna. Can I not go? He said, if you are not invited, you should not go. But she said, why should I need invitation? He must have sent invitation also, but there is no postal service here. In Kailas, it must have not reached. So what? And why should I need invitation to go to my own house? But even then she said, why should he not invite me? Then he narrated a story. Lord Shiva said, one of the sabhas, where all the devatas, etc. were there, I was also there. When Daksha Prajapati entered, because the VIP entered always last moment, late. So he entered late, came late, and he entered. That time all the devatas got up. I did not even know. I was in Samadhi. I did not even know. He got offended. He is my son-in-law, and he is still not getting up, and at least not prostrating, but at least say greeting. Verbally he should give some greeting, should be there. That also not do. So he cursed me that you will not get any share in any worship. Like that he cursed me. So I didn't say anything, I just came. So this incident, he did not tell her also, until now. And he, in spite of telling her this, still she insisted, I must go. Now in Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana, we saw why Sati has to give up her body. You remember the story? So she took the form of Satiji and a Sitaji, and stood in front of Bhagavan Ramchandraji. And when she came back, Bhagavan Shivaji said, "You took the form of my Ishtadevatas, consort." So it is against Bhakti Shastra. So mentally he renounced her. Therefore, Sati has to give up her body. Only then Bhagavan can court with her. That is what the point. So what happened? Sati's time has come. So she, in spite of objection from Bhagavan Shivji, she went. And mother was very happy to see her. She greeted her, but sisters were little reluctant. She was afraid of father. And father was in the Yajnashala performing rituals. And there, what you call Bhrigu was the son-in-law of Daksha Prajapati. He was the main priest performing the rituals, conducting the rituals. And when she saw, he is not even acknowledging her presence. That is okay. But then she saw there was no portion given to Lord Shiva. She got upset. She addressed him saying that he is the Devonke Dev, Dev Mahadev, he is Mahadev. And he has not done anything wrong with you, except that he married me, that is all. Other things he has not done anything. And he look after the welfare of the entire world. And to such a person, you denied the portion of worship. And it is an insult to my Lord, whom I married. And now if I go back, he will call me Dakshayani. That meat reminds me of my father. So I don't want to hold this body anymore. And with her yoga, Agni kindled, she burned herself, gave up her life. Now that is the portion where we left last time. Now next, 5th chapter starts with Maitreya Uvacha. Bhavo bhavanyanitanam prajapader asatkritaya avagamya naradat swaparshada sainyam cha tadattvararbhur bhi vidravidam krodhamaparamādate. Maitreya said, Rudra was roused to terrible anger when informed by Narada, because Narada was the one news carrier, that Sati Devi had perished because of her being insulted by Prajapati Daksha. And that all her retinue consisting of his attendants, because along with Sati, Bhagavan sent all the, what you call, Shiva, what do you call that? Yeah. Shivaganas. So all the Shivaganas were gone. All of them were perished. Because what happened? This Bhrigu Maharshi invoked some battalion of army from the Havankund, and they destroyed them. And when he saw that, Ribus, the ribus were invoked from the yajna. Vidravidam krotha aparam atate. See, here it is, Bhagavan was not angry when he was insulted. But his devotee was insulted, he got angry. Sati was his devotee. So too Sati. She got angry. She did not get angry when she was insulted. When she saw her Lord is insulted, she could not take it. Now, what happened next? Kruddhas sudashtoshtaputassa durjadijjadam tadidvahhin sadograrochisham utkritya rudrassahadottide hasan gambhiranado visasarjatam bhuvi tatotikayastanuvas prishandivam sahasrabahurdhanaruk Suryadriga Karalam Tamstro Juladaknimurtajaha Kapalamali Vividothyatayutha. That Durjadi Rudra, biting his lips in anger, plucked one of his matted locks, emitting rays like lightning, and fire stood up and dashed it on the ground with a terrific roar. There emerged from that matted lock a formidable form of Veerabhadra. His head touched the skies, his body was black like a rain cloud, he had 1,000 arms. He has fierce looking fangs. His hair was flaming like fire, and he wore a garland of skulls. Tam kim karomidi granandamaha baddhanjalim bhagavan bhutanathaha daksham sayatnyam jahi Madbhadanam Tomagrani Rudra Badamshako me. With folded hands, he asked Bhagavan Rudra, what do you wish me to do? Bhagavan Rudra said, go and destroy Daksha along with his yajna. You are the chief of my soldiers. You are a part of my own being. Atnyapta evam kupitena manyuna sadeva devam parichakrame vibhum mene tadatmanam asangaram hasa mahiyasam tada sahasahishnutam anviyamanas sadurudra parshadai Prisham nadatpir venadatyubhairavam atyamya chulam jagadantakandakam sapradravat koshana bhushanangri. All these are descriptions, okay. Being thus ordered by the furious Sri Rudra, Veerabhadra went round Bhagavan Shivji and made prostration before him. He now felt that he was irresistible in might and that there was none whose strength he could not overcome. Then giving out a terrific roar, resounding war cries of Rudra's retinue, he ran with clanking anklets on his feet and an uplifted trident in an arm powerful enough to destroy even the god of death. Then what happened? Actually, I'll tell you the story. You have seen that Devokadev Mahadev. Then that very interesting. And suddenly, again, Daksha Prajapati came to know that Veerabhadra is coming because somebody informed him. Because it was suddenly so like a tornado. It was everything was lifting because Veerabhadra is coming. And dust and all that was rising. And they said there is no wind or anything. Why it is happening? So somebody informed Veerabhadra is coming. So Prajapati said, doesn't matter, so what? So he told Bhrigu again, you invoke the Ribhus. So he invoked them. Again, another battalion of army went. But Veerabhadra destroyed every one of them. Then Daksha Prajapati did not know what to do. So his Ishtadevata is Mahavishnu. And Mahavishnu has given him protection. So, Bhagavan, you gave me protection, now I am helpless, please help me. Vishnu Bhagavan said, I will protect you up to some extent, but I can't guarantee. Now it is Veerabhadra, it is Lord Shiva himself. Then Bhagavan Vishnu went to Veerabhadra. Veerabhadra stood. Bhagavan, how can I fight with you? I can't fight with you. Then Daksha Prajapati and Vishnu Bhagavan also was confused. Now how can I fight with a person who says I don't want to fight? Then Daksha Prajapati said, Bhagavan, you are hesitating to fight with him. You should use your chakra, Sudarshana chakra. Then Vishnu Bhagavan says, you think that Sudarshana chakra I can use freely like that because of your foolishness? This is my Kundalini power. If I use it against Veerabhadra, that is the Kundalini power of Bhagavan Shiva. Both will clash. And what will happen? The world will come to an end. I am not going to do that. Bhagavan disappeared from there. Then Daksha was standing there. Veerabhadra chased him. He came to the Yajnashala and all the Shivaganas, they destroyed the Yajnashala. And all these descriptions are given there. These Bhrigus. He had a beard, long beard. They pulled the beard itself. All those descriptions are very interesting. So Maniman caught and bound Bhrigu, Veerabhadra, Prajapati Daksha. Veerabhadra finally caught hold of Daksha Prajapati. And he wanted to kill him. But Daksha was very powerful. He was not able to kill him. He tried everything. But so here it is, Veerabhadra pulled off the hair of the mustache of Bhrigu. And who was having Shruva in hand. Shruva. The 19th verse. Juhvada Shruvahastasya Smashruni Bhagavan Bhavaha Bhrigo Lulunje Sadasi Yoha Sanjamadhu Darshayan. The Shruva means ladle. You know, the small ladle and big one also there. That big one is called srak. So srak is the one that when they do purnahudi, that time they pour ghee continuously until the sinjame, that Rudram they chant at that time. That is called srak. This one is shruva, means small ladle they used to pour ghee. So he was having that. But this Virabhadra went then removed his hair and beard, everything. Think about the pain he must have had. There was another one, Bhagasya netre Bhagavan Padidasya Rushar Bhuvihi Ujjahara Sadastoshna Yashapandamasu Suchant. He plucked out the eyeball of Bhaga, another priest. Because Bhaga was the one encouraged Daksha to keep on talking, insulting Sati. He was encouraging him with his eyes. And another one. Pushnachapatayaddantan kalingasya yada balaha shapyamane garimani yoha saddarsayandadaha. Just as Balarama knocked out the teeth of the king Kalinga, the same way he knocked out the teeth of Pushan. There was another Ritvik. For it was with the display of those teeth that he laughed when Sri Rudra was insulted and cursed by Daksha. Now, akramyorasi vakshasya shitadharena hedina chindannapi tadudhartum nashaknot trambakastada. Standing on the chest of Daksha, Virabhadra tried to sever his head with a sharp sword, but failed to do so. He could not cut. Shastrer astranviderevam anirbhinnatvam hara vismayam paramapanno dadyo pashupadischiram. He found it impossible to cut even the skin of Daksha with any of his divine weapons. Astonished at it, he thought deeply to solve the mystery. Drishtva samjnapanam yogam Pashunam sapadirmukhe yajamana pashokasya kayatena harachiraha. He then came to understand that the sacrificial method of slaughtering the victim had to be adopted here. And so he beheaded Daksha Prajapati in that way, making him the sacrificial animal. Terrific Virabhadra made an offering of Daksha's severed head in the sacrificial fire called the Chinagni. Then he set fire to the whole campus where the yajna was being held, and he returned to Kailas. जुहावैदिच्चिरस्तस्मिन् दक्षिणाग्नाव अर्षितः तद्देव यजनं दत्त्वा प्रादिष्टत् गुह्यकालयम्. After killing him, he set fire to the whole Yajnashala, destroyed the whole Yajna, and he cut his hair and offered in the Nityakund as an offering. These are all original stories. See? Now, Maitreya Uvacha, the 6th chapter. Adadevagana sarve rudranike parajita shulapattisha nirstrimsha yada pariha muktareihi. But in that Devonke Dev Mahadev mein, Bhagavan Shivaji's sorrow is given there. That is not given here. Okay. Bhagavan dispatched Virabhadra to do a job, and then he became calm. Then he was teaching Vedanta to Sanat Kumaras. So, that's what is given here. Now, Devas were utterly defeated by Rudra's host, wounded all over the bodies, because Devatas were also attending. They were also tried to resist. They were also defeated by Virabhadra. Then they all approached Bhagavan Brahmaji. What to do now? Situation. Because the yajna, when you start, the yajamana has to complete the yajna. Otherwise, it is considered very inauspicious. So therefore, the yajamana is killed. Now what to do? So they all approach because the havis, that is, see, when you perform a yajna, what happens is the ahutis that is offered, calling out. Now, first what happened, they invoke Ganesha for all the obstacles. He is given offering. Then afterwards, Varuna Devata is invoked. He is also given offering. Then afterwards, Navagrahas were invoked. They were also given offering. Then all the Ashtadik Palakas are given, offered. So, Indra Devata, etc. All those people given offering. And their survival as gods to protect the world is dependent upon the ahutis. That is why, like America giving sanctions. The same way, the Ravana thought that I cut off the supply. The Devata become weak, then I can go and conquer them. That is what all Rakshasas does. That's called sanctions. So if the yajna is not successful, the devatas get no offering. If they don't get offering, it's like food. They don't get food, they become weak. So that's why the devatas approach Brahmaji. Now this is to be done. And Upalabhya pure vaidat Bhagavan Abjasambhavaha Narayanascha Vishwatma Nakasyadvaramiyatu. The lotus born Brahma and Lord Narayana. Now Brahmaji went to Narayana because he is the maintenance in charge. He had to go. We have problem now. Brahmaji, Narayana and all the devatas, they all went to Bhagavan Shivaji. And actually what happened, Brahmaji and Vishnu, Bhagavan, both did not attend the yajna. Because they knew some problem will be there. But actually, Devom ke Dev, Mahadev mein, both are attending. Yeah. Ulta story of saying. Bhagavatam it is not said. Lord Shiva attended, Lord Vishnu and Brahmaji did not attend. But in Devom ke Dev, Mahadev mein, both are sitting there with their wife. Ah. And Satiji is asking them also. You are sitting there, you are looking at this injustice done to my Lord and you are not saying anything. What is this? Like that she is asking. But they are bound. They say we are bound by dharma. We have already given him protection, what to do? Can't say anything like that. But it's not there in Bhagavatam. There it is said, specifically said, they were not attending. Yeah, they knew some problem will be there. Tadakarnya vivipraha tejo tejiyasi kridagasi Kshemaya tatrasa bhuyan prayena bhubhushatam. Hearing their representation, Brahma told Devas that great even attempts to retaliate the wrongs done by a person of great are likely to come to grief. You people did not object to it. Even though you are witnessing an injustice, you did not object. Therefore, face the consequences. Athapi yuyam kritagilbishabhavam ye barkisho bhagabhajam paradu prasadayadhvam parishuddha chetasa Shipra prasadam prahidanghripatmam. You have wantonly offended Sri Rudra by withholding the portion of the sacrifice to which Sri Rudra is fully entitled. Now you have to go and approach him and ask his forgiveness. He is easily pleased. But mind you, Sri Rudra's anger can destroy the whole world with his protecting deities. If you want to revive the yajna and complete it, there is no other way. You have to go and please him. Instructing Devas thus, Brahma accompanied by these Devatas, because these Devatas were afraid to go themselves. Because suppose Rudra get angry with them, they will be destroyed. So naturally, they took, for a safety insurance, they took Vishnu Bhagavan and Brahmaji also with them. Now there is a Kailasa Varnana is here. Generally we think that is all snow-peaked mountain. There is nothing there. But actually inside that snow-peaked mountain, the beautiful description is here. All greeneries, everything is there, all beautiful. What do you call? The flowers, trees like Mandara, Parijata, and Arjuna, Kadamba, and Champaka, Ashoka, all these Mallika, Jasmine, all these things are there. How is it possible? Where the sunlight comes, we don't know. The beautiful description is here given. Then afterward, description of Alakapuri also there. Alakapuri is our Kubera's place. That is also there. Next to Bhagavan. This Kailas Parvata also, is a mystery even to the modern science. It seems the Russian mountaineers, group of them went to discover what is there, and they could not climb because all over Mount Everest is bigger than Kailas. They could climb that, but Kailas they could not climb. Why? Because after climbing certain height, they started showing old age. Suddenly become old age. They had to return. Even Chinese government also tried to send a helicopter with some scientists to discover what is there. But as they grew up, going up, clock started going. They become suddenly developed hair, all the old age, etc., skin. Then they had to return. So afterward they prohibited. Now Chinese government also don't allow anybody to up. They heard there was some noise, etc., inside. Some living beings there, they say. But they cannot figure out what it is. And the Russian people, there is a pyramid there inside, human. That. They can think of only in pyramid form, okay? Because it's a pyramid shape, that's why. But there is a mystery, even today also. It's not something that is, it's given in Purana, so it is all, what do you call, fiction and all that. No, it's not like that. Mythological, no. Now, what Devatas saw, that is what I told you. 34th verse, it is said, Sanandanatte Mahasiddhai Shantei Samshanda Vigraham Upasyavanam Sakhyacha Partra Guhyakarachasam. Sanandana and other sages of calm demeanor, as well as Kubera, the chief of the Guhyakas, were attending on Shiva a veritable abode of peace. See? So after dispatching Veerabhadra, Bhagavan became calm. See, this is what we have to know. Sometimes we have to get angry for some reason, but anger should not take over you. And what is to be done, he did. Afterwards he calmed down. What was it? All these Sanandanas and Kumaras were sitting there. He giving Upadesha to them. Dakshinamukti. Kritoro dakshine sakhyam padapatmam jajanuni Bahum prakoshteshamala asinam tarkamudraya. He sat there with his 37th verse. Upavishtam darbhamayyam vrishyam brahmasanatanam naradaya prapochandam prichate shrunotam satam. Seated on a bed of darbha grass, he was imparting knowledge regarding the eternal Brahman to Narada and other sages, Sanat Kumaras, who were questioning him and listening to his word with great reverence. So this is what we have to learn. Anger comes, but what is to be done? You do it, afterward forget about it. Come back to his own real nature. This I have seen in our Gurudev. People used to get afraid of him actually. But they used to say, that is my front for his safety. People won't take advantage of me. But sometimes when the administrative field, you have to get angry. But that anger lasts only 1 second. That job is done, then he forgets about it completely. And second day he come and prostrate to him, he forgot. He never even asked that. That is the greatness of Mahatmas. He sat there with his left leg on the right thigh and his left hand on the left knee, Japamala on his left wrist, other hand held in the teaching pose. Now there is a hymn to Rudra is there. Brahmovacha Jane Twamisham Vishwasya Jagato Yoni Bijayo Shakte Shivasya Japaram Yattat Brahma Nirandaram Tumeva Bhagavaneda Shivashaktyo Sarupayoho Vishwam Srijati Pasyasti Krida Urnapato Yatha. I know you to be that Brahman, the Lord of all, supreme over Shakti and Shiva, the womb and the seed of the world. You, the Lord Supreme, do verily start as undivided Shiva Shakti, projecting and withdrawing the universe as the spider does its web. Yadornanapi shriyate Karnate cha. The codes of morality and other disciplines were ordained by you. So, what is the point of praising you? 47th verse says, Pradak Vidak Karma Drisho Durashaya Parodaye Narpida Hrit Joshisam Parandurukte Vidurandyarundudatanma Vadhidedavadhan Bhavatvijaha Jidaha. Therefore, great personages like you should never retaliate towards person who are ignorant, who are firmly pursuing the path of Vedic ritualism, and who are hard-hearted and jealous. That was the cha. Even if these God-forsaken people indulge in intolerably abusive words that pierce the heart. So that is a problem with you observing sattvic nature. You have to endure the insult of others and don't retaliate. And he said, Yasmin yada pushkara nama mayaya durandaya sprishtabhiya pradhaktrachaha kurvandi tatra hyadukambaya kripam na sadhavo daivabalat krite krabam. 48th verse. Great men show extreme tolerance and never an attitude of vengeance toward the mistakes committed by persons whose minds have been strictened by the Lord's Maya with a divisive outlook and the infatuation arising from it. So that is the duty of Mahatmas. Mahatma's job is great. Even someone insult you, ridicule you, still not retaliate. No vengeance. Called tidiksha. Tidiksha is a great quality. Ah. Since you are not affected by the Lord's Maya, see, all others are affected. That is what also Sugriva said, no? When he forgot. Bhagavan, it's not by mistake. It is your Maya. It is your Maya, that's your mistake, not mine. Ah. Then finally, what is the request? 51. Jivadathyajamanoyam prapatyeda akshini bhagaha Bhrugo smashruni rohantu purshno dantascha purvavat. May Daksha Prajapati, the master of the yajna, Yajamana, come back to life. May Bhaga's eyes be restored. May Bhrigu get back his beard and Pushan she broken teeth. And Pushan broken teeth. And all the devatas who are injured, they become normal. Let the whole of the remaining parts of the yajna be made and let them offer you, give you your portion. Let the yajna be now completed with your portion restored. Now, see Bhagavan Vacha. Bhagavan said, he said, I punished the Ksha to correct him. Not that I had any vengeance on him. Natham prajesha balanam varnaye danuchintaye devamaya vibhutanam dandastatra dado maya. I never take really serious view of the transgressions of jivas. This is a consolation, okay? Who are under the deluding influence of Lord's Maya. In the case of Daksha, I did all this in order to purify him, not out of revenge. Now, the Prajapati, third verse, Prajapati dhakta shirno bhavat ajabhugam siraha mitrasya chakshushe cheda bhagam swam parisho bhagaha. Now the Prajapati's whose head was burned will have the head of a goat on its place. Bhaga will see the portion of the sacrifice through the eyes of Mitra. Let Pushan, who has lost his teeth, have for his food powdered rice, or let him masticate with the teeth of the master of the sacrifice. He will not get directly. And all the devatas, may their limbs, etc., broken, they get back everything. See, portion get liquid food and get solid food through the master of the rituals. Others who lost limbs got back. Now, why this Daksha Prajapati got goat head? There's a discussion here. Because Daksha Prajapati had one problem. What is that? I, my. So who tells me? Goat says me. But after he got the goat head, Daksha Prajapati became totally devoted to Lord Shiva. Maitreya said, Maitreya says, Maitreya vacha tada sarvani bhutani shrutva edushtamodidam paridushthatma bhittadaha sadhu sadhutyatha bruvanna. O Vidura, all person who heard these words of Rudra felt satisfactory. Sadhu sadhu, they said. The Devas then prayed to Rudra that he himself should proceed to the sacrificial site and set everything right. So the party of Brahma, the Rishis and the Devas started to that site, accompanied by Rudra. They did everything as directed by Sri Rudra, and then taking the head of its sacrificial goat, connected to the trunk of the dead body of the Daksha Prajapati, that Bhagavan looked at his benign look, he got back his life, became life again. Then the first sight he saw was Sri Rudra standing before him. Then the vision of Lord Shiva purified him. Then Daksha Prajapati started praising him. So far he was cursing him, but now see, whole thing changed. So what the problem is? The head. The head has to be changed. Once the head was replaced, things are, all our problems are only head only, na? भेजा करा पे बोलते हैं ना, भेजा चेंज हो गया. दक्षवाच भूयाननुग्रह अहो भवता कृतो मे दण्डस्त्वया मयि ददपि प्रलब्धः न ब्रह्मबन्धुषु च वां भगवन्नवज्ञा तुभ्यं हरेश्च कुत एव दृढप्रवेशवृतेषु. The Prajapati says, though I insulted you, you have bestowed a great blessings upon me. Why you did not leave me where I was, but inflicted on me a punishment that has corrected me. You and Sri Hari never despise even a degraded Brahmana. Much less would you do so in regard to a Brahmana under vows for a sacred undertaking, that is yajna. Whatever you have done is proper. Out of compassion you brought me back to life. Have mercy on me. Bhagavan Vishnu appears there, and with the Prajapati's, what we call Ijamana, they completed the yajna. And Bhagavan Vishnu also appeared because it knew why Vishnu. So propitiation is finally to Vishnu only. So Bhagavan appeared there and blessed them all. Maitreya says, repeat now. Kshama, kshamappyaivam sa meetvamsam brahmana cha anumandritaha karma santanayamasa sopadhyayar tvigadibi. Propitiating Sri Rudra in this way, Daksha was commanded by Brahma to complete the yajna, and he did so with the assistance of the Bhrigu. Bhrigu again got back his beard, see. Priest and fires. So Hari immediately appeared, the 19th verse. Tada suprabhaya tesham jodayandya dishaha mushnam teja upanidat takshena stotravajiva syamo hiranyashanor kakirajashto nilalaga. That is our description of Bhagavan Vishnu. Sri Hari immediately appeared there, the very form meditated upon by them, brilliance illuming the 10 directions, eclipsed the luster of all other assembled divinities. He was so he came on Garuda Pakshi, and whose wings were singing Sama mantras. Brihat, and all the wings were, his wings were singing that. So, all beauty of Bhagavan is given there. Then again, Daksha Prajapati praises Rudra. Then Ritvik said that because we are engaged in karma, we do not know the nature of truth. That is you. And Rudra Bhagavan said, I really revel in you, but they consider I am mad. It doesn't matter. Bhrigu said, you become deluded by your Maya. May you be pleased with us. Like this, each one, Brahmavacha, then Rudra, then Rudrapatnis, Indrapatnis, Rishis, Siddhas, lot of people, everybody is praising one by one. Ramana, all of them praised Bhagavan. So the 54th verse, Trayanam Ekabhavanam Yona Pashyadi Vai Vidam Sarvabhutatmanam Brahman Sashantimadhigacchati. He attained eternal peace who does not perceive any difference between the three, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, actually who are in one nature, who pervade all being. For Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, you should not see difference. Vaishnava, Shaiva, difference are Dvaitam. Then they all did Avaprita Snanam. After the yajna is over, everybody goes and take a bath in the ocean, called Avaprita Snanam. Our Gurudev used to do that in earlier days. In Madras and all that, they used to go to the ocean, take bath. He used to take everybody there. Called Avaprutastana. Evam dakshayani hitva sati purvakalevaram yajne himapadakshetre menayam iti sushruma. 58th verse. So I heard, so Maitreya says, I have heard from the rishis that daughter of Daksha, after giving up her body, was born as Parvati to Himavan and Mena. Menaka. Etat Bhagavata Shambho Karma Dakshadvaradrudha Sudam Bhagavata Shishyat Uddhavan Me Brihaspatehe. 60th verse. I happened to hear about this sport of Bhagavan Parameshwara dealing with the destruction of Daksha's yajna from the great devotee Uddhava, disciple of Brihaspati. Who says? Maitreya Rishi. Now you remember the context, the story? Okay, I'll connect you. See, Uddhava, the Uddhava Gita will come later. Before departing, Bhagavan departing from the world, Uddhava approached him and he got Upadesha from Bhagavan. And that Uddhava was told by Lord that you will see Vidura. At that time, tell him to go to Maitreya Rishi and learn from him. Maitreya Rishi was also there, while before departing Bhagavan. He also happened to visit Bhagavan. Yeah. So he heard what Upadesha Uddhava heard from Bhagavan, Maitreya Rishi also heard. So now Maitreya Rishi says, I heard this from Uddhava. He is narrating to Vidurji. Vidurji asked 100 questions, right? Now, Palashruti. Now, after Parvati, when Parvati remembered what mistake she did committed as Sati, her previous life, Narada informed her. Narada was her Parvati's guru. So she decided, I will not make the same mistake. performed great tapas. And she knew that her beauty will not attract Bhagavan Shivji. Only bhakti can attract him. So she adopted the method of bhakti. And finally, the problem is Bhagavan Sharira is Deva Shariram, Parvati Shariram is Manushya Shariram. So how can it be joined together? Therefore she has to purify herself. So all the impurities of Panchabhutas has to go. That's why tapas is required. That's why she is called Aparna. At one point she did not even take the dry leaves. She used to live on leaves. Then even dry leaves also she dropped. Panchakni Madhya. She used to do tapas. Now, Palashruti here. Evam etat bhagavata shambho karma dakshadvaradruha shrutam bhagavata shishyat uddhavan me brihaspate. That I told you already. Idam pavitram paramesha chestidam yasasya mayushya maghauha marshanam yo nityadakarnya naronu kirtayet tunoshyaham kaurava bhakti bhavataha. O Vidura, this account of sport of Parameshwara, one listen to it with faith and devotion. The phalam means fame, longevity, freedom from all sins. Whoever hears or recites this episode with devotion, that pure soul will bring about the liberation of himself. Not only himself, others also. So that chap. So Sati, Shivasati story, if you listen to it, it will give you moksha. So the idea is karma can be converted to dharma only through the grace of Lord. Power corrupts the mind and forgets Lord and behaves like an animal. Daksha got that animal face due to that attitude. Such people will be born next life animal also. So this karma should not arrogate you. That is the idea. Now next topic is Dhruva Charitra. That is Artha. That is also a very interesting story. I know you all know it, but still, I'll go through it. Om Purnamata Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.